We're joined once again by Dr. Travis Sizemore from Fraum Chiropractic. Travis, one of the things that a lot of people aren't aware about are athletic orthotics for golf. What can we tell people about them and how much they can benefit them as a whole?
Wow.
Where do we start, right?
Where do we start with that? But, let's start with the basic thing that, just like the foundation of a house, as the foundation goes, so goes the rest of the house. And
Sure.
if we don't have proper inserts in the shoes, proper footing, proper balance in the feet, then
More than anything, getting the right and the left even.
getting
correct?
them even and getting that balance, it's going to be really hard to transfer those hips to swing through if you don't have good balance. The guys that flop through like this when they
Tend to fall back a little
Tend
bit,
to
stay
fall
for
back.
right-handers, stay on their right side.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And these particularly that we have here actually have the magnets in them, which also help with recovering energy, so you don't lose that energy during the round. So that's where we would start.
I know I wore them years ago, and when they wore out, I never replaced them, and I honestly believe that they were truly of great benefit, and I'm not quite sure why I didn't replace them, but I know I'm going to now.
Right.
So let's talk about what we have here. Obviously, you said this was one you brought in of yours. It's a little bit
Correct.
worn. It's
Yep.
got a whole bunch, and I don't think our viewers, let me see, I'm going to bring it up here to see if they can check it out. We've got a whole bunch of little, I guess, bumps here, or arches. that do what?
Well, for one, most people when they think of an orthotic, they go and they look and you'll see the orthotic has just the inside part of the shoe where
Where
it's
the arch
elevated,
is.
where the main arch, where
Okay.
everybody thinks about the middle arch. But this company that we get these through, called Foot Levelers, is the only company that concentrates on all three arches in the foot. So we have a middle arch
Okay.
here, we have a lateral arch on the outside of the foot, and then we have what we call the transverse arch, which is in the forefoot. And most people pronate the feet, roll the feet
Roll them in.
Yep.
Okay.
And when they do, they always think, well, it's got to be that inside arch. It's falling down.
It's collapsing.
It's collapsing. But in reality, a lot of people, and most people, have the outside of the foot. That arch falls, and then that causes the foot to, that side of the building goes down, and so the other comes down with it.
Got it.
Crashes down. And so myself, particularly, I have completely flat feet. So I have to wear orthotics regularly. And these are a pair of mine.
Okay.
One of mine that came from my golf shoe. And I was skeptical about the magnets. I wasn't sure about that. And I wore them the first time, and at the end of 18 holes, I was ready to go another 18.
It was a totally different experience
Totally
for
different
you.
experience, totally different feeling.
So let's talk about what people can do and how they can go by getting
Right.
themselves fit for these and getting a pair for their shoes.
Sure. Well, the first thing, like in our office, we use a scanner. It does a thermographic scan of the foot, and it gets down to, I think it's 200 microns thick to
Okay.
closeness of the foot, the width of 2 hairs to proximity of the foot and the arches, and really seeing where that pressure lies. Just as an example, like we had one of your guys in.
That's right. We had one of my junior junior player golf academy students.
When we looked at his, the optimal range is less than 1% difference between the sides, and he was 25% more on the right side that he was balanced. So you can understand how that would be really hard to get through there.
And this would be one of my juniors who's had some back trouble on and off, and we finally become involved in the equation. We
Correct.
figured out a way that we think we've got him on the right track.
Absolutely, and I really think he's going to have a huge difference, not only in his back pain, but in his game, because of having these inserts in there. I think it's going
Well,
to be a
Travis
huge difference.
Sizemore from the Fraum Chiropractic, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Check them out in Main Street Village. Get yourself some athletic magnetic orthotics for your golf shoes.
For sure.